Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to DayZ. Welcome back to Chernarus. We're on the PlayStation 4 and we're on a public server. I haven't been on this server for a while. I've been busy doing a few other things. So I think somebody has found my base, and good evening, Claire. Welcome along. And has added a few things to it, I think. Because that was my box back there. There should be a box up here, but I think it's gone. I think it's despawned, or maybe someone found it. But if we go over here now, what we should find is one box down here with various goodies in, and then I'm pretty sure I only had one box here, but now there's two, and one of them has got armbands in, and I haven't picked up any armbands at all, so these must be from someone else. I can only imagine it's someone who has watched one of the videos and has come in and we've kind of put our stuff together, which is pretty cool. However, I mean, it's good because obviously if it was a bandit or someone who wanted to take the stuff, they would just take the stuff and put it somewhere else, which is fine. Now, what we need to do is probably do a little bit of inventory management. Actually, I'll tell you what, we need to see if there's any duct tape, because I need to fix my axe. So what's the situation? We've got no water. We've got 2 tins of food. We've got 6, 9, plenty of shotgun shells. This is 308 win. 308 win. So that's for the blaze. Is it the blaze I've got? The tundra, which is 308 win. Brilliant. Okay. We've almost got we've got empty pants and empty field backpack, so it's pretty cool. But our axe has seen better days, so let's just go and check to see if we've got any tape. I don't think we have we? And my plan was to head east. No, we haven't. Okay, so northeast, sorry. So that way. Good evening, Big Blue. Congrats. Yes, just ticked over the 15,000 mark earlier on a couple of days ago. So I thought we would do a little bit of a celebration about it. So what we can do is we will have a hunt through the little chalets up here. In fact, see who's... We've got a few people on. This is a first person server, so looks like it's mid-morning. No, it's not. It sets in... we haven't got that much time, actually. The sun is setting, isn't it? Okay, so the stream might not be very long. How are my clothes looking? How are my boots looking? Okay, we need new boots. Clothes are okay. How's my jacket? Damaged. Hunter's jacket, maybe we should. Oh, I've got spare shoes. Okay. Let's drop them then and put those on. Okay, so the shoe situation is good. not sure whether you'd ever find... Well, saying that. Have I got a torch? I've got one road flare. That won't see us through the night though, will it? Oh well, we'll see how far we can get. Yeah, I wanted to go up towards the northeast, towards Starry Yar. And there's a little place to the east of Starry Yar that's a little industrial place. I thought we might be able to find some more hammers, or... They look good, don't they? Should take the spare shoes. Nails and that sort of thing. Or even... oh, how are we doing for bandages? Right, we're good for bandages. Ideally, I'd like to find a tent. And some more bandages, obviously. We've got water purifying tablets, so we can... We're okay for that. Yeah, I think our main problem is going to be with the sun setting. I'm not a big fan of playing DayZ on stream at night. Mostly because you guys can't really see what's going on, even if I've got a torch. Nice to find some bandages. Bingo. They're always faster than rags bandages, more effective, less chance of getting infected as well. Charcoal tablets, we're not ill though, so we should be alright. Alright, let's have a look. Mosan compensator. Okay. I don't think we need another bottle. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. Ricardo Junker says, that is good, bro. Thank you very much. Muffin Mama Sam 36 says, thanks for the prison deathmatch files. They work wonderfully. They weren't mine. They were the guys from the Don Sibley Discord. They've done all the hard work. James Watson says, hi, what's up, bro? How are you doing? Very good, very good. We're just playing a little bit of DayZ tonight. Probably not that much because the sun is rapidly setting. And I've only got a road flare. Ooh. Some action. Where could that possibly be? It's quite a long way away. Down at Novi, maybe? Could even be at Tizzy. Sound does travel a long way in DayZ though, so... Shows you it's easy to get very complacent on these quieter servers. Figure out which way we got to go. So we really want to be going southeast and then northeast. It's beautiful sunsets. Does look like it's going to be too dark to stream though, peeps. Muffin Man 36 says, sorry, thought they were yours. No, I was just pointing people at them, saying, look, give them a go. I will definitely have to have a go with myself, and they've done some great works. James Williams says, you're one of my favourite YouTubers. Thank you very much, James. Muffin Man 360 says, which style of gameplay do you prefer in DayZ, PvP or solo survival? I have to admit, I'm a bit of a fan of DayZ as the zombie apocalypse survival game. I pretty like this kind of, almost like a single player game, to be honest. I really, really like this. I guess because I don't get to play DayZ, I mean I do get to play it a reasonable amount. In fact, so let's get just a bit of exploring. But it's not like I play it like 40 hours a week or anything. Because I'm still not tired of exploring DayZ, and I'm still not tired of exploring Chernerus even, you know, let alone Livonia. So I think I've still got a lot that I still find challenges in staying alive, especially on public servers, whether there isn't like extra loot like I put on my private servers. But I'd imagine, you know, if I was, you know, 1,000 hours in, I would probably play, you know, enjoy PvP, player versus player, a lot more. At the moment, though, if I want to do a bit of PvP, I'll go and play Call of Duty or Battlefield or PUBG, you know, something like that. How about yourself? What's your favourite way of playing? Single player seems to be more rewarding. Good evening, Random House. Hello. But you know, I have to admit, there's nothing quite like. Well, I say there's nothing quite like DayZ PvP is very, very exciting. I think, you know, it's like playing PUBG Final Circles, you know, or any battle royale like COD Warzone Final Circles, because there's so much at stake. But again, because I haven't done that much of it, I'm probably not. Wouldn't be that good at it. You know, you need to be pretty sneaky, don't you? Or you've got to know how to run around and use the guns to your advantage. And that's definitely not me. But who knows? What I might knock up another test server, and with the permission, Arshad. He's the chap who's done quite a few of those files. With the permission of Arshad, I may well see if we can get some of those up and running, and we'll do some PvP guarantee stuff. What I'm probably going to do is I've had a word with the guys in the Don Sibley Discord, including Don and Arshad, and said, look, you guys really need to if you don't mind, spread the word about these mods, because they're the sort of mods that loads of people would love to run on their servers. And then, you know, if they decide not to, I'll ask them if it's okay if I kind of spread the word. So, you know, I'll put the XMLs up on GitHub, do some videos about them, that sort of thing. Because there are some really good stuff they've been working on. Could really do with a road flare, couldn't we? It's gonna start getting really dark on the stream now, unfortunately. Hope everybody's had a good weekend though. Playing DayZ or other things. I've been playing a little bit of Sudden Strike today as well. Okay, so now we've got a choice. We can either go cross country, we can follow the road. In fact, I tell you what, there is a chance of a helicopter crash down here, so I don't like being out this far north at night. We're asking for trouble with wolves and bears. We have got the double barrel, but let's swap it for a nice AK or an M4. Comes the moon. Right, the helicopter crash site, if there was one, is in this clearing here. You can't see it, but there's a little hunter's lodge over here. Let's check this out. Oh, it's getting really dark now. So what we're looking for now is the road turns to the left. Sorry guys, that is so dark. Can you actually see anything? Let's have a look. No, it's pitch black, isn't it? Great weekend, been on vacation for a full week. Oh, fantastic. Unfortunately, with one of these things gone, it's a death sentence. Right, here we go. I always think DayZ looks amazing at night with the lights or the flares. Really, I mean, on my private servers, we have 10-minute nights. So as soon as it gets dark, you just hide in a house for 10 minutes and there's light again. But I love it when it's like this. It's like a summer's evening in DayZ. You just hear the ambient noises of the trees, an occasional animal. I don't know if you've ever been at night in DayZ and a deer or a herd of deer have like bounced out of the woods towards you. That is amazing. That. Fortunately, though, these road flares don't last forever. Muffin Man said, too bad tour on PlayStation. Would love for you to visit my private server, but I'm on Xbox. I'm on Xbox as well. I've got DayZ on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. So yeah. I just play on the PlayStation because it's easier to stream to YouTube. With the Xbox, I stream to Twitch. And DayZ runs better on the Xbox than it does on the PlayStation. A lot smoother. I'm kind of thinking about whether I should maybe stream a little bit more to Twitch. See if we can get that going. But I enjoy streaming to YouTube because that's where my subscribers are. 15,000 of them. And I guess I've gained an awful lot of subscribers over the last year through DayZ and Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone. They've been probably the 2/3 games that have done very, very well. Obviously the modding stuff on DayZ has gone well. And I've done lots of help videos as well. And I've really enjoyed doing it as well. Really enjoyed doing it. Listening to Boydie's podcast today. Live on Twitch. Excellent. If you search for he's got it on Spotify now, the DayZ podcast. We talk about all things DayZ. Okay, where are we? Okay, so we can go down there, or we can carry on going up here. Right, this is definitely bear country now, so we need to be careful. Here we go, Staria. I'm pretty sure we turn right up here. And there should be another road on my left now. And then now this is just a straight run down to Staria. So then we just need to think about zombies. Probably... there's still quite a few people on the server. If anybody's looking this way, they'll see me coming a mile off. It's so bright, these flares. Chickens off to my right. Okay. So what we really want to do is bear left when we go into Starry. Right. We have a zombie. I think we'll make our way around him. This is where you suddenly realise you should have had a head torch. Road should have swung around to the right now. Right, here we go. Right, okay, we're starting to hit the houses, which is good. See if we can find another flare. Plenty of hats. We're also after gaffer tape Or... oh, a gas lamp. Could use that, couldn't we? If we find some gas. It's really easy to get lost though when you're at night. Lose your bearings, you know what I mean? Right, there's zombies. I don't think zombies... well, yeah, they're not affected by light, are they, if they were? Muffin Man says you should visit. I made a hunting and survival server using a lot of your files. Have about 20 guys on it. Sounds great. Moxie, good evening, sir. You haven't been dropping something off of my little base in the public servers, have you, Moxie? Now I think the water pump is over on the other side of the road. Do we need a leather sewing kit? Why not? There's a few zombies around here. I think the water pump's over here. There. Oop. Took me a while to pick up my right, where's my flare gone? Come on then. We might as well kill them all, I guess. Let's go and find this flare. Is it here, or have I got myself lost? Ah, there we go, brilliant. I keep forgetting, I should... no, don't throw it, don't throw it, just... there you go. That's how you drop stuff, isn't it? How creepy is this? Is that it? It's funny, isn't it? When you don't need another road flare. Do we need another sewing kit? I've already got one. Yeah, we could do with one, couldn't we? Yeah, when you don't need a flare, they're all over the place. When you need one, you're thinking, could we really do with another flare? I am a fan of the raincoat. It's better than the hunter's jacket, isn't it? I'm still damaged. Oh! Oh, that's the flare I did have, wasn't it? Okay. Can opener in the toilet. Have I got a can opener? I haven't, have I? Good way of getting 100% of the food out of every tin. Use a can opener. And Christmas lights. Jesus. That have made me jump. Sharpening stone. Ah, right, we can fix our axe with that, can't we? I think they've got the balance on the public servers in terms of loot. It's quite high at the moment, isn't it? It's been relatively easy for us to find food. And right, so I do believe we follow this round this way. Moxie says, not me my friend, I don't know what server you're on. Jack Massey says, using canned bacon as a bludgeoning tool. I see that you two are man of class. Reload. Senator says, nice. Yeah, it's really weird, Moxie. I don't know if you've seen the video where I've got my boxes on the server. Like there's a couple stuck to a tree, some behind some rocks, that sort of thing. Let's just make sure we're going the right way. Can we see? Can we see this? So we're heading east. Okay, so we're going the right way. And there's another box that's been... Oh. Ah. Okay. Okay, this is a bit of a problemo. This is a little bit of a problemo because it is pitch black. Definitely haven't got anything and no other flares, have I? The problem is that I need to see where the turn-off is for the road. And I can't see anything. How if I drop the flare? Oh, I haven't dropped it. Okay, so my flare's complete. Oh, wait a minute. How dumb am I? Why don't I just make a torch? Oh, bloody hell, Rob. Jesus Christ. Right. Oh, I'm really... How long have I been playing DayZ and I didn't think about that? Right, let's fix the axe. Okay, brilliant. Can I just make a torch out of rags and a long stick? I guess we're about to find out. Okay, so we just have to make sure that we don't... Probably want to use the knife, don't we? See if we bump into a bush. How about if we cut it down? What do we get if we cut down one of these? Alright, there we go. So, can you make a torch out of... Yeah! I can't believe I wasn't going to do this. It shows you, doesn't it? We're not used to playing at night because we don't really play at night on... So can we add more bandages to this? What have we done with it? Where's it gone? Did I just take... Okay, so that's now a torch. Let's make another one. How dumb am I? And presumably we just combine this with matches. And we are good to go again. Right, okay, the road was this way, wasn't it? Right, we haven't forgotten anything, have we? Uh-oh. Where's my shotgun gone? Oh, have I dropped my shotgun somewhere? Oh no, there it is. Whew. Right, we're off again. I can actually see what we're doing. So, ah, oh, dear me. Right. So the road goes round to the right. I think you can make torches last longer with fat, can't you? I think. And then it goes round to the left. Obviously this wouldn't work if it was raining. So I understand this area up here is a heavy industrial area. Yeah. So maybe we'll find some nails and a hammer and things like that. Maybe a fresh axe. So can you add more? Saying that, I haven't got any more, have I? You been playing much DayZ, Moxie? I do like it when you see log piles, because you think, if I get attacked by wolves, I'm going to be standing on top of those. Here we go. Right, let's start looting. Oh, right, okay. Right. Don! Don, you cheeky bugger, what are you doing? Thank you very much for the Australian $15 donation. Much appreciated, my friend. Yes, he's obviously been lurking, Don. See, what you have to remember about Don as well is he's shaved his beard, and you've got to ask yourself why. Who is chasing Don? You know, I think we need to come up with a good story. Yes. Somebody from his past, perhaps. No, mate, it's lovely. That is lovely. It's very, very much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Moxie says, yeah, playing a bit. I'm a fresh spawn, so working my way to the base. Nice. Yes. Did you catch Boydie's podcast earlier, Don? It's very good. Very good. Oh, hello. I do believe we've come across somebody's starting to make a base, or has made a base. Oh, man. See, what you used to be able to do, I don't know whether you can still do it. You could take all the nails out, couldn't you? You could dismantle. Can I dismantle things? It used to say dismantle, didn't it? Do I need a hammer to do that? This is where I need you, Moxie, to tell me And that because I remember you come across some public servers, you come across old bases that have been obviously been abandoned, that somebody had spent forever building, and you just go and take it apart and nickel the nails. It's on at midnight. Oh, of course, yeah, I forget about that, chaps. Yeah. Happy, I don't know if happy's the right word, but obviously it's VJ Day today. Ooh. Ooh. Come on then, I need to bandage up. Come into the light. Fair enough. Saying that, I've got a lovely fresh... I don't need to use my tin can, I've got a nice axe, haven't I now? I've forgotten I'd fixed it. Come on, zombies, I can't see you. Oh, there you are. It's almost like Resident Evil, isn't it, when you play this game at night? It really is. It's fantastic. 108, you can't dismantle things now. Oh no. What's that, a Mozan? They are nice Mozans, but I've got my blaze, haven't I? I was saying to the guys earlier, Don, that you guys should make some videos out of your PvP guarantee XML mods, the ones on your server in the what's another one? The ones that Arshad's done. Fantastic work, absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe it when I came, because I know you had like repositories on the Discord for like code snippets and how to do this, how to do that, and I know he'd done some other quite in-depth stuff, but those whole server mods are really cool. And I tell you what, I mean to ask him as well. I was playing around with the PC server and I was trying to figure out if you could... I've been in here, haven't I? What's that there? Some duct tape. Brilliant. How did I miss that? I still got obsessed with the Mozan, didn't I? Whether you could... You know when you look in your... on your FTP, or if you have a look in the file browser, and it will say like DayZ offline Chernarus and DayZ offline Enoch, and then if you've got like the expansion mod installed, it will say DayZ offline Chernarus plus Gloom. Oh, somebody's built a base. I can't get in. Oh look. How brilliant. Look at this. Can you... Alright, okay, so you can't... So I guess this size of this means you can't get over it, can you? But to get out, he's built that little platform there to stand on. And there's a gate there for going upstairs, I guess. There's another gate there. How cool. See, I love this sort of stuff, because this is kind of what you would obviously not... You wouldn't do something exactly like this in Zombie Apocalypse, but you'd use existing structures, wouldn't you, for your bases? It's not... I doubt people in Zombie Apocalypse would be building like Fort Apache, you know, in the middle of a wood. You'd be going into, you know, an outlying village, and you'd be modding an existing building to make it secure. I wonder if you put something like a box down there, that would get you up enough to get over there. Or a crate. How about if I drop my bag? Can you stand on your bag? No, it doesn't make you go up, does it? It'd have to be a box or something like that. Or I guess you would build, if you came here and you built one of those platforms. Well, there we go. Well, whoever built that, well done to you. It's fascinating. Is that a double... Ooh. Is that an airlock system, is it? Where you have two gates for getting out. Very good. Azo Franco, the best YouTube XML models in one room. One question is, why can't I get my XML models to work? That's the golden questions, my friend. Why do it? 9 times out of 10, it's a spelling error. You'll have put an extra colon or an extra comma or a dot somewhere. So one of the things you should always do is when you've done some edits, do a Google search for XML validator and just upload your files one at a time. You'll find that often they'll throw up remarks as errors, but they're not really. And that will pick up simple spelling mistakes that will save you an awful lot of hassle. Why was it saying fence there? Oh God, he's got more stuff. Oh, it looks like he was probably trying things out, wasn't he? Oh look, a saw. We'll have that. I mean, I'm here diddy bopping around. I mean, this guy could log back into the server anytime and shoot me. Yeah, generally it's an error like that. Or the other thing I would say to people is often maybe you don't have an error. Whatever you're doing just hasn't happened yet. Chest holster. Hiking pants. Can we cut them up? Oh, I've got some bandages in there, that'll do. Look at that. Oh God. Okay, so let's see where we're going to go next. So I guess we've got to head south because we want to ultimately start heading towards Krasno. Now, which way is south? So south is that way. Okay. Yeah, so the idea was that, you know, like how you have the different maps. Ooh. Could you just simply copy the DayZ Offline Churnerus Plus, for example, and call it, say, DayZ Offline 2.Churnerus Plus, and then just have the modded XML files in there. So for a weekend, you could say to your Discord, people, okay, we're going to go over to Deathmatch Island now, and then change the you know, you change it to look at the other map, don't you? The other mission file in the advanced settings on Nitrado. I had to go doing that, but it just kept crashing all the time. I couldn't get it to run. It was really weird. Even if I just renamed a a file, it was like I couldn't get two instances to run at the same time. Now I know I've had DayZ expansion working with it with plus Gloom on it, but it would be interesting if you could do that, because obviously what happens is each mission has its own save points inside it, doesn't it, for all the characters are on it. So for example, if you change to Livonia and then change back again, the characters are still there from Chernerus, and then if you go back to Livonia, they're still there that way. But it was just wondering if we could get it working where you go, okay, this weekend it's Deathmatch Island, you switch the map over to deathmatch.Chernerus Plus, and then when the weekend's over, you switch it back again. Ezo Franco says, I followed your video on resetting the server. Shouldn't that make it work, assuming there are no errors? Okay, so if you do a server reset and you reset all your XMLs to vanilla, generally the problem then can sometimes be, funnily enough, the name of the server. So what you want to do is you want to rename your server and then restart it. That's an odd bug that sometimes happens. Obviously, if you've got modded files, then you want to go through and you want to use the XML validator. And the other big thing I would say is when you are modding, it's very easy to suddenly, and I'm guilty of this, and I'm sure Don's been there as well, you think, right, I know, right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more zombies to my server. Brilliant, okay. I'm going to add more helicopter crashes. Yep, right, let's add that little bit of XML. Right, okay, we're going to add more bear spawns now, and I tell you what, let's move the bear spawns. I tell you what, let's have cars full of loot. Let's have cars that have got all the bits on them. And you kind of do all this stuff. Right, we're out of bandages, aren't we? But we have got another torch. And you add all these mods to your XMLs, and then you go to use them. Then you have a problem, and something doesn't work. And you're like, oh, but then it's really difficult to fault find because you're not quite sure what's happening. So I would always say, if you can, just try and do like one mod at a time. Now, the problem with that is that often we'll recommend, you know, in Don's videos he recommends that, and I recommend it too, is we often recommend you apply these XMLs when you're doing a fresh install. And to do a fresh install, like on console, and then log back in again, and it takes a long time to do that. You know, I won't lie, it takes a long time to do that, especially when it's difficult to move around the map as a fresh install, because on console obviously you reset it and you're a fresh character, and so you know you can use custom spawn points to move yourself around the map, but it's a pain. Whereas the beauty of having one of the beauties of having DayZ on PC is that you can install something like the community framework and the community online tools, and you can literally teleport around the map, so that when you do make changes you can move quickly from area to area and you can see if they're working or not. And I know that's helped me a lot with testing, do it that way. But you know, so, and if you were you know, and one thing I'll say now is that if you're thinking, well, Don says could do something with destroying from a back after deathmatch stuff. Yeah, I know we could do that, definitely. You know, you could change the files and change back, but you know, you go into the MP missions, and that on Nitrado, for example, and it will say DayZ offline .Chernerus plus, and then it's Enoch.Chernerus plus. If you have another mission, it's about creating how you create a fresh mission. Because even if you seem to copy the files, say you take the DayZ offline.Chernerus plus and call it DayZ offline 1.Chernerus plus, and then you refer to that in the batch file that fires everything up, that tells it where to look in the advanced settings on Nitrado, it doesn't seem to work. Yeah, and that would then give you fast switching on one server between different game modes. So yeah, maybe it's something I'll have to look into. It's the problem you have with modding on DayZ, and I guess this is probably modding on lots of games. Often the ideas aren't the difficult thing. You think, oh, it'd be great to do this, but it's actually testing them and making and the time it takes to see if things work, and are they working? Are they working consistently? And then you come across different things. Like one of the problems I came across with one of the mods I did. Oop. Oh, he's got a hatchet. Might come in handy. Was the problem with the aiders. So I came up. Well, I didn't come up with. I made this. Did the XML mod to make aiders spawn in full of building gear and with all the wheels on and all that sort of stuff, so that you could use them. And I made enough aider spawns, enough aider events. Sorry. So that there would be an aider at every spawn point when the server started. And I was thinking what that meant was, as if someone took an aider away from a spawn point and then parked it up somewhere and then used the building materials to start building their base and stuff, I thought that what would happen is another aider would then spawn in at that spawn point. But that doesn't happen. I think what happens is anything that is created from an event, be a car or a bear or a zombie or a gun, for example, anything that is counted remains tied to that event for its lifetime. And so unless that aider was left by itself for a long enough time where it would naturally despawn, or it was destroyed, another aider wouldn't spawn in on that event. So that's quite interesting, that fact, because then you think, okay, so anything that I spawn in from an event, when you look at your events nominal, I think it's nominal, isn't it, for events? It's tied to that number. So how could you have something where you had a spawn point where something would always be spawning there? How would you do that? Would the answer to be, if you have 40 spawn points, you have 80 events, but then do you have problems with 2 aiders spawning at each spawn point and things like that? And one of the things that I kind of come to the sort of semi-conclusion with as well is that DayZ likes being modded in certain ways, and it responds very well to being modded in certain ways and other ways not. So for example, DayZ really likes being modded where you mod in randomness to the thing you're modding in. So you can mod in guns spawning in on the map or aiders spawning in completely ready to go, but it really likes you to do it the way that DayZ likes it, which is as a random thing that will spawn in randomly. If you want to spawn in something like, I want to spawn in a barrel here, right, and I want to spawn it in there, and you get the coordinates off I Survive or even DayZ Community Tools, something like that. Even if you do that, what happens is, excuse me, I'm just looking at the map, trying to figure out what we do. Even if you do that, the chances are that won't spawn in consistently. Right, I need to figure out where I am. So I have got a junction to my left. Does that one just finish and go to dirt? It does. So that one goes round to the right. Right, so I know where I am. So we can follow this road round this way. Yeah, I think we will. So yeah, so that's consistency is very difficult in DayZ when it comes to saying, right, I want to spawn in a box here with these coordinates. It's very difficult. Well, I found it very difficult to get it to work consistently, you know. Staple says, nice, min-max. You can glitch it. XML glitch repeater. We can add a lot of spawns and set min-max. I can calibrate you on the server. I'm pretty okay, you know. I like to test. Plus, the thing that I tend to do a lot of is the reason why my XML mods are fairly simple, because I'm a simple guy. But also, I like to test them as well, you know. And I'll test things for like 2-3 weeks to make sure things are working before I put them out for other people to have a play around with, and probably do, you know, do a lot more than, you know, the mine started off with, you know, to make them better as well. I'm also starting to come to the conclusion that the simpler the better with mods as well. I think when we had the big 1.08 update and you had problems on PC with mods being updated, and then we had to add all the different types and events into our files on console, I really started to think, actually, the less you can do to your servers to make them play the way you want them to play means that you can spend more time playing DayZ rather than modding your servers. Right, here we go. Commence. Good. So we can have a look round in here for some more rags. Oh, look. One of my favourite things in DayZ. That's where we are. I love these maps. I've got one of these on my wall at home in the computer room. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Right, so there's the police car. Funny I can't open the boots properly. Oh, I was going to say, funny we can't open the boots properly anymore, and there we go. Some spare binoculars. Bit of Division 1 action there, closing of the doors. So, torch gone out. Don't think you can cut up a coke, can you? No, you can't. Luckily, it's getting light outside, so don't need to rely on our torch for much longer. How are our shoes doing? Worn. Oh, shotgun shells. We'll have some of them. Let's get rid of our torch. What am I doing? Put them in our hand, combine them with them, put them away. Where's my shotgun? Okay. Well, we have survived the night, peeps. We have survived the night. That is the first time I've run through the night in a long time in DayZ. A long time. Feels good. Feels very good. And thank you for everybody coming along. I know I'm probably not the most exciting streamer. Very much PvE and exploring. But hopefully it's a little bit more relaxed. Then we can have a chat, can't we? Can't cut that up either, can we? Where's my knife? No, my knife's not ruined. I haven't used any of these stoves or anything, or the fireplaces to cook anything yet. Staple J says, I can't remember how to do the XML glitch, but it works by the gas jerry can and swapping it out and doing a server reset. But I can't remember the way I did, but reloaded things wrong. It dupes cars. Yeah, not really interested in duping stuff. It's more doing it on a consistent basic. Like the way you explained. Cool. Joe D says, try Noble Savage's RP PS4. Yeah, I definitely got to check out a zombie. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, definitely got to check out a roleplay server before too long. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for right here, actually. Maybe we're just surviving. Is that a fishing hook? No. Always good to see what's in the dunny. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, what? I thought that was a... Got a couple of zombies, so we need to be reasonably careful. Oh, some food. Nice. On last week's some more food. Yeah, I mean the public servers have been live for a long time, haven't they? There hasn't been a wipe in a long time, and I haven't really had any problem with finding food or anything like that on this server. So you know that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it was on last week's Boydie's podcast. They had a really good discussion. Loads of food about PvE DayZ and PvP DayZ, and whether vanilla DayZ like this, whether it was too hard or not, too difficult to survive. And Boydie was very much no. DayZ vanilla should always be difficult, should always be hard, because that's what DayZ is all about, you know. What's his name? The creator of DayZ. I can never remember his name. You know, he wanted it so that when you found a can of beans, it was like, yeah, thank God I found a can of beans. But some of the other people were kind of saying, well, you know, with the rain, man, you know, it rains so much, makes it so difficult to stay alive, and then you get ill. Yeah, it was a very good discussion. I kind of, I tend to think that vanilla DayZ should be difficult. Vanilla DayZ should be hard, and then you have your private servers. You know, that's one of the things that makes lots of people buy a private server, myself included, because you want an easier version of DayZ, a more user-friendly version of DayZ. Staple J says, "Ard join. I'm looking for your YouTube page." Okay, so, well, remember the Scalespeeder Gamer private servers, you have to be you've got to be over 18, and it's $2 a month, and it's PvE only, and you've got to be part of my Patreon or part of my YouTube channel. What I'll do is I will put I have got a WordPress site at the moment. Scalespeeder. Oh yeah. If you want to, in fact, it's something I should have. Andy says, "I totally agree with the statement on vanilla." Oh, thank you, sir. So, if you want to, I should have talked about it today on Boydie's podcast actually. Because if you want to monetize your DayZ servers, like I do, you know, where I ask for $2 a month or $5 through YouTube, there's certain things you have to make sure you do, otherwise Bohemia Interactive will ban you, and you have to go through an approval process. And one of those things is you have to have a website that people can look at. You can't just have a Discord or a Facebook page or something like that, which is pretty interesting. And basically, the rules. So let me figure out where I'm going. I'll talk about it a bit more. Kamensk. So we really want to be heading east. So we want to come out of Kamensk. Yeah. So the rules revolve around. Nothing to do with your server can be pay to win. It's really interesting actually when you read the rules. I did a video about it not that long ago. And so, for example, it's okay to restrict access to a server for paying members, like the way that I do. You know, basically I say, look, if you want to get on my private servers, pay me some money. And the reason why I do that is not to make any money out of it. You know, it's a token fee, but what it does is it makes sure that the people who come on the server are committed to PvE and following the rules, because they've got to pay a bit of money, you know. And okay, we might end up with some really dedicated trolls who go, you know, yeah, I'm willing to pay some money to mess with people, you know, but we'd find them out pretty quick, and kick them out, and they'll be out of pocket, wouldn't they? You know, that's the idea of the payment, but nothing can be paid to win. So, for example, you've got to make sure that you can restrict access if you want to, or you can take donations. You know, that's fine. But even if you take donations, you can't give people who give you donations or give you money things like better equipment. So I couldn't say, right, you know, pay me $5 a month, and when you come onto my server, I'll make sure I give you, you know, an AK to start off with. Or an example of that could be, and I'm sure, and could be something like, come onto my server for $5 a month, and I'll give you 5,000 rubles because you've got a trader system. And then you can then go and buy that. Which way am I meant to be going? East. Right, this way. You could then go to buy weapons with that, or you couldn't say, well, if you donate $10 a month, you'll get a ghillie suit, because that again would be pay to win. So you're not allowed to do anything like that. It's just got to be, people can give you donations, and you can give them things. You could give them like a special T-shirt or something like that, you know, that they could wear in game. If you could do that, I'm sure you can. but it can't give them any sort of advantage. And what you do is you follow those rules, and you have to submit all this stuff to Bohemia, and they have to look at your website, and then you get approved, and you kind of go through this process. The approval, I think, only lasts a year, and then they look at it again, and it works like that. So it's quite interesting. Pay a little more on Nitrado. Staple says you can get a website with them, but I love where you're going with that. Well, the beauty with the WordPress is it's totally free. VK says, I think it's entirely fair for servers, assuming the servers require you to pay per slot. All you're doing is passing the cost on to player. True. Yeah, it is about passing the cost on, but it's also about gatekeeping, you know? I think is the biggest thing for me. It's about gatekeeping. Well, looks like we've got a beautiful morning now, haven't we? I should have got some water back there, shouldn't I? Oh well, we've got a canteen. We've got a canteen full of water. And we've got a water bottle full of water. We've got a couple of... Oh yeah, we're fine for food and drink. We've got absolutely nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. Moxie, you sent me another donation. Dude, thank you very much. I haven't had a chance to check it yet, but I will do soon. Thank you very, very much. Like, assume your server gets max slots paying for each month. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. Because one thing I would say to, and they discussed it this afternoon in Bordy's podcast, it's not cheap, you know, these servers. Especially if you get like a, you know, the 24 slot ones and up to the, is it 70 slots you can go up to? One thing I would say though is you'd be surprised you don't always really need lots of slots, especially if lots of your people are from different parts of the world. What's that down there? Ooh, that's I want to be there. I think that's the place I want to go to. Yeah, I think I've come too far north. Because there's a little barracks down there, isn't there, I think? I remember finding one of these places for the very first time and wondering whether you could get inside these places. How cool would that be if there was like an underground system? Yeah, nuclear bunkers down there. So sometimes I wish I could spend a bit more time playing like Scum, because Scum has all that sort of stuff in. But the problem I find with Scum, obviously it's PC only, which is a bit of a disadvantage, so I've got to play through GeForce Now. But the controls are different as well, which is a real pain. Right, so there should be a little barracks down there, which there is. Right, let's start being careful, because you know we are on. There are a few other people on this server. Is that a zombie? Parametrusers looking pretty crap, aren't they? they ruined? Damaged. They look pretty good condition actually, don't they? They're just worn. But I tell you what, let's should we eat that zucchini? Should we eat some food? Oh, I've kind of buggered up my inventory. Where's that zucchini gone? Cold spaghetti. Or washed down with a can of Pepsi. Right, let's just quickly... Is it best to do it like this? So you drop your field backpack. No, that's not how you do it. Drop your field backpack like this, and then go dunk 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 dunk. Then that transfers everything into those. Then put your field backpack back on. Oh yeah, that's a faster way of doing it, isn't it? Now we are starting to run out of storage space though, so we are going to have to think about, do we actually need some of this stuff if we find something more interesting? So what have we got that we might not need? See, binoculars are good, saws are good, aren't they? These are all good base building stuff. It's funny, you go on a run and you think, I'm going to go to a place, but before you even get there, you're full of stuff. Staple J says, if you open the off-road back door and toss a flashlight in and drive away, the flashlight will fly like a ghost is holding it. Ooh. Maybe some shelves that you can actually put stuff on, or a gun rack. Yeah, they have mods for that for PC, don't they? Stapler J says, yes, a gun rack. VK says, aren't you afraid people on your server will stream snipe you, Scale? No. Staple says, and build able furniture. Or is it PvE roleplay? Yeah, so on my server, by private servers, it's PvE. It's not roleplay, it's just PvE. But I'm on a public server right now, so yeah, people could... Oh, I almost dropped my... People could stream snipe me. But I think one of the beauties of the DayZ, though, is that it's pretty big, isn't it, the map? So you'd have to be pretty dedicated to spawn in on a public server and then find me. You'd be pretty dedicated. In fact, Boydie on his stream, what he does is he had a bounty today. So if you found him and stream sniped him and killed him, you get $25, which is quite funny, that I think. And he was doing it to kind of promote the servers he was playing on, because obviously you'd have to go to those servers and find them and then favourite them and then log on. So yeah, but I mean, if you watch guys like the Running Man Z and popular YouTubers and Twitch streamers, they won't tell you. Actually, do they? I'm pretty sure they don't tell you which server they're going on. Because you can get streams right. I stream sniped somebody somebody for fun once. And I was telling them I was going to do it as well. I felt terribly guilty afterwards though. So what happened is we were playing PUBG, and I was kind of playing it while I was watching this guy play. A small streamer. and then I realised that we were going into the same map. And so I was like, we're going into the same map. He went, oh, great. And I said, I'm going to come and get you. And he was like, what? I'm coming to get you. He said, don't you stream snipe me? I go, oh, yeah, I am. I'm going to come and get you. And I thought it was quite funny. And, you know, when I found him, I was like going, right, yeah, I know where you are. Now, as it happened, the way it kind of finished off is we kind of had a gunfight, and I was very lucky to win. But afterwards I thought, oh, that actually probably, when you're a streamer, it must be incredibly annoying when people do that. I mean, we've all probably seen, you've seen the videos from, you know, Shroud and Doctor, and you know, especially when they were playing PUBG, you know, they would just get teams coming after them. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at Kamensk military base. We're going to do a run up here. If they knew the server, millions of servers. VK says, wait till you see Dead Matter on PC. When that's full release, makes the DayZ map look small potatoes. Huh? Yeah, I've played a little bit of Dead Matter. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think there's so much good stuff out there on PC at the moment. I really think, especially Microsoft, should be running around and snapping up these smaller studios and getting their stuff onto Xbox. I know I'm playing this on PlayStation now, but if you look at like the problems that Microsoft could potentially have with their new console, because they got almost everything right, haven't they, with the new console? You know, it looks like they're going to be getting rid of gold, so you're not going to have to pay to play online. That's cool. They've got the Game Pass, which seems like a really good way of getting day and date AAA games as soon as they come out with, you know, for one monthly fee, which is really, really cool. And it looks like they've got the most powerful console. But we've just had the news that Halo Infinite isn't going to come out, you know, when the Xbox Series X comes out. It's coming out next year. So it's like their big flagship game isn't going to release when the console releases. So if I was at Microsoft, I'd be running around, I'd be getting like the people who own Dead Matter, I'd be buying them, saying, right, we need this. We need this on Xbox. Scum, Rust, definitely. I mean, imagine if they put Rust onto Xbox, you know, in their early access, people would. I mean, with DayZ, approximately on PC, about 16,000 people play it every day. On average, you know, 16,000 people. You know, at the same time, that's the average number of concurrent players. Obviously, so that could be like 20,000, 30,000 people play it over the day, and more come in when they've had updates and stuff. Rust has like 65,000 concurrent players on average every day. It's significantly more popular than DayZ. So, you know, stick that on Xbox exclusive, and that would be, for lots of people, that would be a reason to buy an Xbox Series X. Hell Let Loose is another one. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos or any of the footage of Hell Let Loose. Amazing looking World War II game. Hardcore first person. Really difficult. But in a situation where there's no decent Battlefield game at the moment. Battlefield 5 was a bit pants. Big disappointment after Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. You know, buy Black Matter, the people who are behind it, and get it out on the Series X as an exclusive in their early access thing. That's what I would be doing. I mean, I've never had a gaming PC. You know, the last time I seriously played a lot of games on PC, and it wasn't even a lot, was probably when Doom came out. Okay, I was always a console player because, you know, that was what I played on. But recently, with like GeForce Now being around, I've actually played a lot more PC, like first-person shooters and things like that. And it amazes me. There's so many good first-person shooters out there. that could come to console. And I don't understand why publishers haven't, invested the money to get them onto console and get them onto Xbox in their early access thing. Because you could get them on in a fairly rough state and go, right, it's early access, like they've done with PUBG, like they did with DayZ. Games like Rising Storm Vietnam. Get that onto console. Get crossplay working, get the numbers up. Obviously, Hell Let Loose. I mean, it's almost countless the number of interesting first-person shooters that would undoubtedly run even on current gen consoles, I think, with a little bit of optimization. Yeah, anyway, that's my little chat about right, I need to be careful here. Staples just says, well, thanks for the stream, I enjoyed watching, got to go. Thanks for coming along, Staples. VK says, I think it's also weird that if you look at Arma 2 DayZ mod, if I'm not mistaken, around the same period 28 days later came out, and that helped make survival popular again. You're probably right. VK says, Ark Survival Evolved had Jurassic World, yes. VK says, I mean, Medal of Honor had Saving Private Ryan, absolutely. Like, it's so obvious people watch these movies and crave, yeah, absolutely. And I think, because of the raving success of games like Fortnite, which undoubtedly make a ton of money, a lot of the big publishers have kind of lost track of the fact that there's a lot of more mature, let's say, gamers who don't want to play cartoon games on their consoles. They want to play serious shooters. I mean, I'm not saying DayZ's a serious game, but it's more serious than Fortnite, isn't it? And there's a big enough market. I mean, just look at things like Bus Simulator, Farming Simulator. They sell millions of copies. We tend to just, and we end up with just like Battlefield. And Battlefield is great. I love Battlefield 1, I love Battlefield 4. Battlefield 5 was kind of a bit of a disappointment. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't brilliant. But we could have so many more. There's 70 million PlayStations, being used. There's something like 45 million Xboxes out there. That's a lot of people, who would buy, serious games. I mean, look how well DayZ's doing. Into player numbers on console, you just look at the server browser. How many? I mean, there's not that many official servers anymore, but that's because everybody's playing on private servers. Hey, road flare. All right, okay. We are full. Okay, let's get rid of our shoes then. Let's put on those. What else? What don't we need? We don't need that. Moxie, oh Moxie. Thank you very much for the promotion. The donation means loads, means so much. Thank you very, very much, sir. Grandalf says, what did you think of Deadside? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play it enough, but I really like the idea of having NPCs in like DayZ. I think that's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea. The trick is obviously getting them to behave in a way that doesn't remove the immersion of the game. Because the beauty with zombies, I think why we see so many zombies in games, is that they just shamble around. You know, they don't have to behave in an intelligent manner. And you know, the fact that they're a bit stupid, well, they're zombies, aren't they? If you have human non-player characters, bots, they need to behave in a certain way. You know, if they behave a bit stupid, then it breaks immersion. But I think it's an interesting idea. You know, for example, in DayZ, and people are working on mods for this now, aren't they? You know, when you go to the military base, what if there were soldiers there defending the military base? You know, when you go to a helicopter crash site, instead of having zombies, you'd have like maybe some wounded soldiers being defended by one of their buddies. You know, and then another helicopter kind of swoops in and saves them. You know, you could have armoured convoys moving through the map, you know, that you could attack. You know, there's lots of things that you could do, but you've got to be careful, because and I think I probably support the idea of these things just being done with mods, because the real beauty and magic of DayZ, I think. Right, let's go and look at the map before we go any further. I kind of got a bit lost. So we want to be going to the southeast. The beauty, I think, of DayZ is, and the magic is, is the fact that the adventure that you have, and the adventures you have, is created by you and what you do. You know, you just have this massive map. You've got to survive. There's no objectives to do. You know, the only win state is staying alive, but that's a very magical thing. It's a very unusual thing to have in a game. To have a game as empty as DayZ, where you can play it like I am, where basically, if I was playing, you know, let's have a look. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 of us on this server. There might as well just be me, because we haven't seen any other players, haven't we? You know, I haven't been threatened by any other players. Just me versus zombies. Oh, is that rotten? Yeah, we don't want that, do we? Just notice the colour before we chow down on it. Yeah, that's very special, and maybe it's because it came from the mod, you know. I think we need to keep that. Now, I'm not saying that DayZ doesn't need a hell of a lot more polish. I've got loads of ammo. We're kind of really looking for like an M4 now. A KA-74 would be nice, because I've got enough mags for it. Okay, 101. Right, okay, is that it for this plan? So west. Is that where I've come from? Do we do this one? East, I'm going the wrong way. East it is. Oh dear. VK says, I think when you niche into zombie survival games specifically, there have been too many failures, even ones that initially did good, like DayZ mod, then initially delivered a less content-rich game. H1Z1 just survived, did well, then got bought up and ruined, and later came by its new owners. Moxie done with the $4.99, thank you very much. Shrek says, hi, I love all your videos, you've helped me so much on DayZ, thank you. Thank you for watching. Fatality Crisis says, are the servers down? I can only play community ones. This is a public server. VK says, and there's promising games from small studios like Survive the Night that get no players, but they show you that a big company should be more than equipped to do this. Oh. I generally think that DayZ, which was built on the improved Armour engine, ended up proving the engine was flawed and then fixed that and put that game on hold till now, if I'm not mistaken. I think the best idea would be NPCs that you can recruit like in State of Decay or Soon Dead Matter. They could help you fight zombies even single player online. Interesting, yeah. Have skills like building, cooking, etc. that you might not have or care to learn. That's only interesting in a long-term scenario. 660 says, look nasty. I think looking at PUBG and DayZ develops in retrospect, I would have preferred DayZ going the solo route as well. Gandalf says, I tend to get bored if I'm not always in action, but I understand where you're coming from. I just think the zombie trope can only go so far and players need a challenge. Like if they added danger zones, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting, and I think that's where community servers or private servers really come into their own, don't they? Because you can, if we always keep base DayZ fairly simple like this, vanilla, nothing complicated, and then people can add whatever they, other stuff through mods. It would be nice to see Bohemia Interactive though produce maybe some official mods, that they would put on the official servers, so they would do like a deathmatch mod that was officially supported in the game and would be officially updated with every update. That would be really cool. But if you've watched many of my DayZ streams, you'll know that I've kind of got this theory. I've kind of got this theory that Bohemia Interactive, are they night vision sites, are they? No. Bohemia Interactive bought the DayZ mod off Dean. It was Dean, wasn't it? That was his name. Ooh, spare boots. Which we can't take because we're full. Yeah. Field backpack full, pants basically full. Yeah, because oh look, I've got 2 lots of. Start eating these in. So they bought it off Dean, the guy who made the Armour 2 mod, because it was successful, and they realised they could make money out of it, and they made a lot of money out of it. Undoubtedly, I think that DayZ is their best-selling game. I think it sold more copies than Armour, but I don't think they're 100% behind DayZ in the way that they're behind Armour. Armour, Bohemia Interactive is Armour. That's their baby, and DayZ is like this thing that was an offshoot that somebody made, and yeah. And obviously Dean left, didn't he? And a few of his people left. Oh my God! Look what we found. What's this? Why is this? It's got everything on it. Do you think somebody's dropped this and died? That is a nice KAM, isn't it? Look at that baby. Well. Well, we kind of hit the jackpot with that one, didn't we? Brilliant. Okay, so let's think about getting out of here now. PK says, yeah, most community servers on PC have either full PvP or PvE roleplay, except for in danger zones where it's full PvP. I think Bohemia should do the same as Ark Survival Evolved, partner mods and bring them into the fold rather than let them go and eventually become dead, or PUBG, which in a way is a competitor. I mean, they tried to do a Battle Royale, didn't they? And they binned the developer that was working on it. VK says, like right now, the mod they should be buying and rolling out cross-platform is the expansion mod. It adds some excellent things to the game. Somebody must have left. It's got nearly a full clip. Yeah. Gandalf says, I mean, like toxic areas that could kill players if they don't have the proper gear, because I believe the only use for gas mask and NBC is to keep you from getting sick. Yes, and they have that on PC, don't they? Do you favour the first person perspective, DayZ? I'm easy either way. I don't mind. I mean, I know lots of people say that first person is like the hardcore version. But I don't know. See, I kind of have this other fun, weird theory. Well, not weird, but theory about the fact that perhaps third person is more realistic. Because the problem with first person is your field of view is really limited, much more limited than it would be in real life. You know, because in real life you're twitching your head from side to side, and you know you've got a 180 field of view really in real life. You know, a similar view to the one that you have if in third person. And the fact that if I want to look behind me, I can basically do it almost instantly, can I? In real life, where in first person, you know, you've got to turn around. Obviously, the thing that you can't do in real life, which you can do in third person mode, is hide behind a wall and look around it at the same time. But that's really depends on the camera. Yeah, how they set up the camera, I think. You know, when you go behind a wall, what should happen is the camera should then zoom in right behind you, so you can't see behind the wall. But I like both. I mean, I decided to have a run on a first-person server just to kind of see what it was like. One of the problems with DayZ though is that look at this place. How do we get down here? All the dead bodies. How gross is that? Oh wow. They're zombies, are they? Can we get down here? Don't think we can we? See, it's little things like that, isn't it? That's amazing. I've never seen that before. VK says, I agree. In first person, it feels like you have a camera strapped to the front of your head, and that's what you see. First person can feel a little claustrophobic on occasion, says PUBG KFC. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, PUBG is a great example. PUBG was designed as a third person perspective game, but for some reason people think that it's more hardcore in first person. But if you look at how tall you are in PUBG in first person, you're about 4 feet tall. So, but then again, I like playing COD. That's first person, and Battlefield. That's first person. Hell Let Loose. That's first person. So we've got an interesting choice now, haven't we? The fact that I know my base has been compromised over by Tizzy. 100%. Somebody's put some boxes there. Now they're probably friendly. But how do I know? What do we do now? Let's go and sit behind a tree and think about what we do next. So, let's look at the map. So, I'm just south of Kamensk, military base. I know we've got a long run back to my base near Tizzy. Well, I say my base, my collection of boxes near Tizzy. There is another little holiday chalet place just to my southeast at Arsenovo. There's a name to conjure with. The problem I've got is that I've got no nails. I've left them at the other place. And I haven't got a spade to bury anything with. So in terms of making storage, I'm a little bit stuffed, aren't I? I'm a little bit stuffed. I tell you what, let's head towards Arsenovo, and then I don't know. We'll have a look around. You know, maybe we'll find a tent. That would be good, wouldn't it? I haven't found a tent on this server at all. Thanks again, everybody, for coming along for the stream tonight. If you haven't already, subscribe. There's that little like notification as well. That helps. We are playing DayZ on Chernobyl. We're up in the sort of north part of the map. And this is a public server, first person. Never that terribly populated, this one. No, look, there's hardly anybody on it, which is fine by me. Right, let's get over to this side of the road. Yeah, nice little tent would go down sweet, wouldn't it? Whoa. Like a mini horde of zombies there, wasn't there? This is very similar to my little... Oh god, look at them all. Do you remember when we first started playing DayZ? Paranoid about zombies. You'd be like, oh my god. Before we figured out how to, you know, you could punch them to... I remember I didn't know you could punch them to death. I thought you needed a weapon. It's probably one of the many times when I quit DayZ and I was like, my god, this game's rubbish. Why is there a game where you have to load individual bullets into your magazine? More food. Not a tent in sight, eh? How's my axe then? It's worn. Right, let's start looking through the holiday chalets. Oh, another pair of binoculars. I don't think I've ever found a tent in any of these, but There's nothing wrong with having a look, is there? Ooh. That's the repeater. Oh, I'll tell you what I should do. Have I got a gun repair kit? I probably haven't, have I? We have. Ah, good, good, good. Maybe they dropped it because they didn't have a gun repair kit and it jammed or something. It's just worn now. 30 rounds of, what is it, 7.62 by 39. Fun enough, which we haven't got. Oh, there we've got one, and that's got 18 bullets in. Okay, so we have got a spare. What's this? 545 by 39. Okay, I won't do any inventory management now. Where did you come from, zombie? Almost take more chlorine tablets. See, if I had a spade, I could bury that. Another dry bag. Okay, so we pretty much searched the entire area. So, let's just close this door. Let's have a drink. Something to eat. How about some peaches? every good citizen. So let's finish off these multivitamins. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, how are we doing? How are we doing? Pretty well. Pretty well. In fact, too well in terms of loot. We have got a KAM assault rifle with 2 magazines. We have got the M70 Tundra hunting rifle with enough bullets. We've got an axe. We've got a water bottle. We've got food. We've got a canteen. We've got binoculars. We've got a saw. We've got shells for our oh, and we've got, did I mention the fact we've got a shotgun? And we've got various magazines for other weapons. Specifically M4 we could get something for, and the KA-74 and the KA-101. Our knife is good, our axe is good, we've got a hatchet. The thing we're missing is we've got a road flare for night. We've also got more rags for making torches. In fact, what I'll do is probably get a load more rags. The problem we've got is we've got no nails or a spade. If we had a spade, we could bury our stuff. I need nails to make a box, so I think probably the next move, probably tomorrow, is to push south to Severograd, to big town Severograd. And we could look at just finding some nails, because if I can find some nails, I would make a base round here at Arsenovo, drop off some of my kit, and I wouldn't mind pushing east then to Svetlojarsk. You know, coming out of Svetlojarsk, there's that road that runs down with the hills on either side. On the north side there's these big hills, and then there's this little military compound with some tents. Classic ambush place. I wouldn't mind hunting around there to see if we could find any bandits or something like that. But we can't really make a move like that until we've been able to secure the loot we've got already over here in this part of the map. So I think that's probably... Or we could push east into Novomitrolsk and make a base north of there, maybe near Kamenorkovka. Maybe we need to sleep on this one, and then our area of operations could be around Svetlojarsk with people pushing inland. Yes, options. We've got options, haven't we? We've got the kit, we've got the food. It just depends on where we want to go with it, doesn't it? But I think that will probably do for tonight. It's coming up to 11 o'clock here in the UK. Thanks for everybody for coming along tonight. Thank you very much to Moxie for the donation. Thank you very much for Don for the donation as well. Much appreciated. And everybody for coming along and commenting or just watching, liking, subscribing. It means an awful lot, and I wouldn't have been able to get to 15,000 subs without you guys, so really do appreciate it. I'm going to try and probably stream a little bit more regularly on DayZ, probably. Probably I'm going to try and maybe like from 8:30 in the evening, for an hour or so, maybe 2 hours if we can. Maybe we've got to see how things go. And what will unfortunately always take precedent is making videos as well. So if I get an idea for making a video, obviously my bread and butter is making YouTube videos, answering questions about particular things. But I do enjoy coming on, because often playing the game like this gives you ideas. So for example, like tonight, I'd forgotten how to make a torch. So I'm probably going to do a quick DayZ video about how to make torches to get you through the night, or the different ways that you can get through the night. And obviously a torch being a really easy one to do. But anyway, that's for another day. Thanks everybody for staying around tonight. Thank you everybody for watching, commentating, and the donations. And yeah, see you all again soon. Thank you very much.